Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the series where I cast your solo queue games. And today, I have the pleasure of casting a Plat 3 prodigy with more than 230 games played this season, and with a 54% win rate. Can we get the camera angle to actually follow a player here? What about like this? With a 54% win rate, he's making his way towards the promised land of Diamond 4 in only his second season of playing the game. And we have to be grateful today because we are watching nothing less than a world famous LeBlanc player today. In the mid lane for the blue team, China Kabuda. And I'm sure that his win rate on the bank is just a little off. It has been some unlucky games, because this game he has all the right tools to show us why he deserves 7, 8, 9 wins in a row on his LeBlanc. And he is here to try and redeem himself on the LeBlanc. And you could argue, playing LeBlanc into Swain, I mean, pretty good matchup before level 6. After level 6, it becomes harder to assassinate Swain, obviously. But you do have some good lanes that you can roam to as a LeBlanc. And talking about roam, we should probably also talk about the lanes that you can gank, because we are watching two kind of, I'm not gonna say weird, but I am gonna say actually maybe a bit weird team comps in this game. Here, as we see China Kabuda going in for the first time in the game. Oh, Bonchu actually lands onto Kog'Maw. The stun also connects. Caitlyn lands a Q, no. 90 caliber net to proc that extra headshot damage from Caitlyn so far. However, little steps in the trap, and that's a headshot. But yeah, the question is, will we see a lot of action in this game? What you could say is that, well, it's a platinum game, so we expect a lot of kills. We do expect a lot of damage. Oh, nice flash bone shooter from Pyke, forces out the flash from Kog'Maw. However, when we look at the team comps, there is a lot of scaling, so we don't necessarily get a lot of early game fighting. And as I say that, our protagonist actually has to use his flash in the isolated 1 vs 1. Not the best start for China Kabuda. Action escapes with the heroic swing. But yeah, okay, so talking a bit about the mid lane, as we have already done. Oof, will maybe take Kabuda down? No! Decides to cancel his last basic attack. Ignite was used from the LeBlanc. No one goes down in the mid lane. We still haven't seen first blood so far. Ooh, once again, Action also escaped with the heroic swing, so still no kills coming through. But there is a lot of summoners burned across the two teams. 4 flashes in 30 seconds. 1 from blue team, 3 from red team, and still no kills. But yeah, looks like we're getting a lot of action without really seeing some kills. Now I just want to talk a bit about top. You have action going up against Fiora, which is kind of, I mean, kind of a weird lane. It's good for action early. Obviously you are ranged against me, that's always great. As action, you don't really want to look for team fights unless you can get those flanks off and assassinate the enemy team's squishy carries, right? But should be a pretty decent lane for action. The later the game goes, the harder it will be to deal with Fiora, and she will eventually win the isolated 1 vs 1. So that is something to look forward to, and why she should play pretty aggressive in the top lane. Once again, Ignite is used in the bot lane, still no kills. But yeah, Action should play this top lane very aggressive. However, he is down 15 CS already in the game. We'll have a big wave crashing, so maybe he should catch up a bit. But was taken a bit behind. by the gank from the Diana. But yeah, this top lane, looking at the jungle, it's another story. You have Master Yi, just really not that great of a ganker. You want to get that level 6, your ultimate available to you, which allows you to completely just run down targets one after another with the Alpha Strike, with the meditation that can prevent you from taking almost any damage whatsoever. So we have a blue team jungle who want to CS a lot, but on the other side we have a red side jungler, Diana, who also want to CS and who has a faster clear time than Master Yi, just because Diana's clear is so good at the moment. Also want to get that level 6 Moonfall available to her, makes her a team fight machine together with Swain and Pyke. That should be red team's win con in this game if they want to win. You want to group for these objectives that will spawn the longer the game goes on. Maybe like second, third Drake, could be first Herald already, maybe second, and then Baron, so on, so on. You want to group, you want to land those Moonfalls into the demonic ascension from Swain, Death from below from Pyke. All these ultimates that you can pile up on top of each other, and then you just want to have Caitlyn standing far away. Oof, good shield from Lulu prevents Kog'Maw from going down, but here's an engage from our protagonist. Chain also lands onto Swain. That should be first blood for Master Yi here. Will take down Swain. Almost 7 minutes into his solo queue game before we get the first blood. A good little engage here from our protagonist. Doesn't have any mana left, but had enough to engage with the distortion, land the chain, and with the ignite and the help of his jungle, they take down Swain for the first kill in this game. But yeah, win condition for red team will probably be team fights, even though they have a Fiora top, and Fiora's team fighting ability is just so poor unless she gets incredibly far ahead, right? But yeah, the problem when you look at blue team is just their team fight is really not that great either. You have Lulu Kog'Maw, I mean, can be good in team fights if you let them scale for the next 20 minutes. It's a Lulu Kog'Maw, he will do insane amount of on-hit damage once he gets a couple of items onto him. But yeah, LeBlanc not really a good team fighter, Action not really a good team fighter, Master Yi not really a good team fighter. All these champions want to find one after another, you know, want to go for continuous picks. Blue team, they pick up the first break of the game. Swain is here, his public goal because that doesn't have his flash available to him. But yeah, blue team, you probably want to look for picks instead of going for team fights, at least in the early game. There will eventually be, or you will eventually reach a point where Kog'Maw should be able to just right click at the enemy team and win the game for you, but it's still far away. It needs at least 3-4 items before we can do that in a straight 5 versus 5 in this game. Action engage it with the heroic swing. Great challenge, hands with pop from Fiora, flashes away Action. Doesn't manage to get the ultimate off, however, Action now uses his ultimate. As behind minion will not go down so far. Venturing also misses, and Fiora escapes with her life in her hands. Still have a bit of CS, but we're already starting to see Fiora. She wants to do some damage right now. To Action, she is doing really good in lane where she should be bullied quite a lot more than she has been. The same goes for bot lane. Haven't died yet for blue team, and it is a very weak bot lane. Kog'Maw Lulu in the early game doesn't have any damage, doesn't have any mobility, and going up against the likes of a Pyke Caitlyn with a lot of range, a lot of what you could say, engage and one-shot potential. But yeah, once again Fiora didn't. Diana made his way up here and just completely one-shots. Action takes him down on her own with the help of ultimate Moonfall. She do take down the blue team top lane and secure herself her first kill of the game, and the first kill for the red team in this kinda slow solo queue game so far. Only 2 kills in 10 minutes, which is pretty atypical for solo queue, I would say. Herald has also spawns 8 minutes into the game, so Looks like Red Team will get it for free. However, Action is making his way back to lane, and Marcy is around Herald. They could look to go for a play here. Oh, good respect flag from Kog'Maw. Will be a 1-for-1 so far. Lulu should go down to the ignite. Maybe not. We'll use the wild growth on top of herself. Leaving artillery was also used a couple of times from Kog'Maw. And they actually win the trade. A great respect flash from Kog'Maw. Flashes before Pyke flashed on top of him with the stun. They will get 2 kills actually in the bot lane. And that just spells trouble for Red Team. Because what you had the bot lane was a very dominant lane in the isolated 2 vs 2. And you lose that, it's gonna be an uphill battle from there on. Haven't seen much to our protagonist so far, which is probably not the best start to get to the game for a LeBlanc, because you are really early game reliant as a LeBlanc player. Yeah, tries to engage on the swing, pops the demonic ascension, and then it's just so hard to kill him. Bone Screw lands. Small dash in, but oh, both flash used in the mid lane once again. LeBlanc trying to set up for his jungler to get another kill on Swain this time. Luckily, Swain can escape with the flash. Oh, not quite sure who got who got the Grump there, but Yi pops his ultimate, and this is just what Yi does. Whenever he pops his ultimate, you just have to run. However, will maybe take Diana down with the Alpha Strike, at least forces a flash, but goes down, and that's a kind of in play by Panda in the jungle. Has also gone for the blue smite as Marcy, where I would probably say you want the on-hit damage from Red Smite, but okay. Decides to go for something else here, and does have a kill for himself. However, that play was really not good. Losing CS and now 2 kills on Diana. This could spell trouble. Lulu walks into a trap, will go down eventually. I think she died to the turret shot. Kind of in play by blue team, but okay, fair enough. Who's up here? It's Pyke who's made his way up to the top lane. So Caitlyn actually got the kill onto Lulu in the bot lane in a 1 vs 2. Oh, our protagonist going for Diana. Will she go down to the ignite? And that's a shut down for China Kabuda, and that's his first kill of the game. On time, right on time, that our protagonist gets on the board. At the same time though, his fellow teammates in the top lane action goes down. A great little roam from Pyke making his way onto the top lane, only 13 minutes in. But yeah, great little play from our protagonist, and that is what you can do as the bank in the early game. You can go for these insane one-shots, and that's also what you have to do. However, did get his first kill, better late than never. Should probably start to look for some side laning action right now. Okay, Swain doesn't have the flash available to him. Ghost is popped, but should go down to Marcy. Will the Alpha Strike be up soon? Marcy gets the second kill of the game, and here is Pyke also goes down. LeBlanc gets the second kill of the game, and here is, oh, great meditate from Marcy, prevents him from going down. Will they also take down Fiora here? Let's see. Threaten to look for the dive, doesn't do so, but that's 2 more kills for blue team. A great roam from Lulu to help out his mid laner and jungler. They take down Swain, they take down Pyke, who tried to help his mid laner, however ends up inting his own life instead. Yeah, now we're starting to see some action from our protagonist. Been in 4 kills now in 14.5 minutes. I mean, that's great early game presence. Turret plating has fallen. Right now, not much happening. See, misses chains, goes in with distortion. Can Swain let the never move? Oh. Not the best use of Herald. With no plating to take. And no turret to take down, but okay. I think we can assume that Herald was about to run out. Yeah, blue team with 2 dragons so far. Ooh, and that will be a solo kill from the blanket. Here is Pyke. Can he take it down? Will he dead from below? Uses it. However, Diana takes the kill, gets the 150 gold shot down. What happened here in the mid lane? Moonfall is used. Marseille is stunned. Another dead from below, but the meditation saves him so far. All for now, but ends up going down anyway. Flash is used in the top lane in a 1 vs 1. And what about the bot lane? We will see a fight here. 90 caliber lead lands onto Kog'Maw into the headshot, and the first turret of the game is now taken down in the mid lane for red team. What about top lane? Will Fiora look for dive? Doesn't look like she will. Oh, dash in once again actually. Action pops the ultimate, and bot lane is the first turret for blue team is now taken. Gold lead is completely even. Okay, Ghost has been using exhaust flash from Caitlyn. That should be a solo kill for Kog'Maw actually. Oh, and that's a great flash stun from Pyke. Will take down Action. Trades his own life though. A lot of kills in all lanes here. In the last minute, it looks like we're starting to see some tempo in this game. Gold is still completely even because every time one team gets a kill on one side of the map, the other team gets a kill on the other side of the map. And here is Varsity once again fighting Diana. Can we get to see the top side fight? For now, Kog'Maw is trying to kill the Swain with the help of his support and the wild growth he got on top of him. They will take down the red team mid lane, and it's starting to look like trouble for red team. That's a fed Kog'Maw. Will probably have 1.5, maybe even 2 items when he resets now. And that's trouble. You're playing against a fed Kog'Maw now, a LeBlanc with 3 kills. Just about to hit her spikes with... She gets a mythic, gets another item on top of that. Then you are in that one-shot zone part of the game, in the mid game. I mean... Yeah, we see Kog'Maw just finish his second item. They also have the attack speed boost, boots. I mean, that's quite a lot of items for a Kog'Maw to have 17 minutes into the game. Good CS, 144. So even leading in CS, and now with 4 kills. And just have to say, this red team bot lane has really disappointed in the isolated 2 vs 2. You should never really lose that battle. Martier used the Alpha Strike and now pops the ultimate. It looks like he's a bit caught out with just trying to run away, but Swain does have gold, tries to turn, but then from below will take down Martier and split the gold with his mid laner. Yeah, again, not the best play, but again, blue team's win condition so far looks to be the Kog'Maw, looks to be the LeBlanc. They can't go for this picks, and as long as Diana doesn't get to jump on top of Kog'Maw, I think that the blue team should be able to take this game pretty safely. And as I say that, we have a fight in the mid lane. Kog'Maw will give his shutdown to Fiora. Oh, that's great for red team split pushing. And at the bot lane, our protagonists, they also got a kill, a isolated 1 vs 1 kill onto the enemy team mid lane. It's starting to look a bit like a rough game for Swain. 0-5 so far. And yeah, the action has really skyrocketed in this game right now. We're already up to 20 kills in 18 minutes after the very slow start that we got. Now the third Drake of the game has spawned. We have a TP in from Fiora, and red team should be able to secure this. Their ADC is that it is a 5 vs 4. Okay, Swain's not there, so 4 vs 4. Will Master Yi go for the steal? Does have the flash available to him. We have a DC from Pyke. Master Yi flashes the wall, takes the Drake action, snipes Pyke with the ultimate. Master Yi will go down the 1-for-1 so far. But blue team, they do get the soul point. That's just great. That's a win condition right there. Also on top of your Kog'Maw, on top of your LeBlanc. You scale great with the ADC, with the bot lane that you have, and now you're also on a win condition. And yeah, if your red team right now is all in the hands of your jungler, you can send Fiora in the silent, just trying to split push. Is also actually doing a decent job in this game. Fiora 2-0-2. Haven't seen that much to her so far, but it's also not right now. Fiora should be dominating the game with split push, right? It's in 5 to 10 minutes from now on. We should really see her be able to threaten tier 2, tier 3 turrets. But yeah, stick Fiora in the side lane. and then you have to make it come down for the next Drake. Look for maybe a flank with your Diana, land a moonfall onto Kog'Maw, you have to one-shot him, then you have to one-shot the Master Yi. It's just a lot of ifs for red team. You have to. And yeah, that should spell trouble. Once again, our protagonist dashes in with the double distortion, takes it back. Will Rift Herald get the second charge off? Is smited and taken down before it hits the inhibitor turret. But yeah, you can see in your minimap Fiora starting to do what Fiora should do, split pushing, taking away the Grump right now for blue team. Marcy will not be happy to see that, and maybe he will go for a kill onto the Fiora. Nope, he will back off. Goalie though still pretty much the same. Oh, Diana goes in, and that is a moonfall, however used on the LeBlanc decoy and Akshan, who can just run away. That's just the wrong members to catch. Oh, yeah, okay, so Swain just either AFK or just inting. Pyke also just standing in lane. Diana goes down also, and yeah, Diana, you just have to hold your ultimate for this Kog'Maw. Just look at him, living artillery, a lot of attack speed, a lot of movement speed also. Will also chase down Fiora here. That should be another couple of kills for Kog'Maw. Yeah, that's just... I mean, how do you play around the Kog'Maw that has this kind of a lead 22 minutes into the game? And the problem is, if you ever catch out this Kog'Maw with, let's say, a Moonfall into something like a Pyke, well, he will have a Lulu standing right next to him to shield him, to put that wild growth on top of him. It's just... it's trouble for red team. Now I'll also down 4k, and the last Drake will spawn in under 2 minutes. Ooh, Kog'Maw though left a bit alone here. His support is there, will take down Swain with no problem whatsoever. Pyke is tired of this game. Also goes down. That's another double kill for Swain. Oh, okay, action engagement with the rogue swing on top of Caitlyn will also take her down even through the exhaust. And this is starting to look like a surrender angle. I think you've lost the scale in red team. You're down quite a bit of gold, 5k. Kog'Maw just turret diving for her also. Bro, how are you supposed to cast this? Okay, yeah, so Kog'Maw basic attacks another one. Yeah, he keeps basic attacking. Wow, great basic attack, takes down another opponent. Hey, that's great. Great play from the blue team ADC here. Gets another kill for himself. However, our protagonist engages once again. Double distortion in, lands a chain also. Takes back, just ditching out a bit of poke here. And they do take down the first inhibitor of the game. They take down Baron. They should also take down Drake, which is about to spawn right now. Come on, I mean, it just looks like it's game over right now for red team. I think that's what we can say pretty safely. I don't really see a way of for them to win a team fight if they don't one-shot the Kog'Maw. And how are you going to do so? You don't have any deep wards that you can try and maybe get a TP flank off with. Fiora definitely doesn't have time to split push as she's trying to do right now. You see her on the minimap in the top lane right now, just as Drake has spawned. I mean, that's just... so just give soul away for free. 7k gold lead for blue team. Mountain Drake soul, Baron buff. I mean, you could just walk mid lane, you can also walk bot lane if you want to. The clever decision is probably to walk mid lane as a team, push down inhibitor, then you have 2 lanes pushing. You should be able to just end the game if Fiora refuses to back, and even if she does, you win the team fight 5 versus 5. So, good mid lane right now with the Baron power minis. Take down, okay, red team is... okay, red team, fair enough. Pyke Swain want to get out, not the best Swain game. 0-8, not the best Pyke game. 2-7, not looking good for these two players. Luckily it isn't called on camera that they're actually in sync, but yeah. We'll take down the first inhibitor turret, should also take down the second. China Kabuda goes in once again with some poke. Cockball maybe looking to fountain dive here. And they will take down the Nexus 25 minutes into the game. They win the game, and our protagonist, on his world famous LeBlanc, gets another win. And this is probably why China Kabuda will be Diamond soon. But yeah, China Kabuda, thank you so much for letting me cast your game. And yeah, until next time, see ya.